zikunu shilani mushiti itikunu alsi mushitum kallatum kuttumtum alsi bararitum kablitum namaritum ashuka shaptuka shipani elinitum biraani Iliyau, Ishtaria, Ushisu, Uelia, Elia Meria, Amrusanaku Intikula salalu musha uraku Intana alu upia Upu untipia iprusu Nemashtiti au matu Elilinu bukhituti Si iti Isizanima ilaniraputi shima Adababiti nidina lakhtilinda Epu ush salam kashapia Ukashaptiya Şay pişiya umuşte piştiya İsma sarati şamuşilip şuru Ruhi şalim nuti pişalu Uzalu Lishalu Shalu Taptu şayik bu amatli muttiya Kima zalu litatuk şay puşu kişbi kima Tapti lişhal mit kişlu şapu Tulu ipşetü şahulluku Kalamatu şamalla aseri Inakibitik bu ilani mushit Arise, arise Go far away, be shamed, flee, flee Turn around, go, arise and go far away Your wickedness may rise to heaven like unto smoke Arise and leave my body, from my body Depart in shame from my body, flee Turn away from my body Do not return in my body Do not approach my body Do not throng around my body Be commanded by Shamash the mighty Be commanded by Enki, Lord of all Be commanded by Marduk, the great magician of the gods Be commanded by the god of fire, your destroyer. May you be held back from my body. Salmania Anadishpartapida Tupida. The conjuration of the mountains of Mashu. May the mountain overpower you. May the mountain hold you back. May the mountain conquer you. May the mountain frighten you. May the mountain shake you to the core. May the mountain hold you in check. May the mountain subject you. May the mountain cover you. May the mighty mountain fall on you. May you be held back from my heart. I've seen 1,000 moons under veils of dead men's wounds. 3 seals burned beneath my skin, and the wolves call out my sin. A dark lantern in my chest, a soul too weary for its rest. Whispers rise in desert air from broken gates and shattered prayer. Let the watchers stir. From the gate of Gunzer I fell, through the cracks of heaven and hell. Mock these words or be undone. The mad Arab song has just begun. I spoke to demons cloaked in flame. The Ajiji carved my name. Dead gods rise to ancient stone. From the sea I walked alone. That Mashta danced in the pain of birth. The screams still echo in the earth. I fled a Zathop's eye of black and called in Nanna to draw me back. Gate of ours here I passed through. Starwind screams in skies of blue. Rites of blood, the blade, the knife. I raised the dead and gave them life. Marduk's axe in twilight gleamed. As the fire's serpent screamed, the thunders roared within Jay's breath. And I touched the roots of death. let the Watchers turn your face or face the flood. Read these words or drown in blood. This is the book of blackest earth, written in pain, sealed and cursed at birth. I found the stone in Mashu's womb, fire glow in mountain gloom, knives that carve the midnight air, summon serpents from the lair. The ground grew slick, the shadows bled, I smelled the breath of ancient dead. Their chants still haunt the hills of dust, where time is lost and bones will rust. See us all. Beware the gates, the silent choir, the priests who play with serpent fire. The song shall end, but not the flame. The mad Arab sleeps, but speaks your name. In the silent dome where the starlight stirs, 7 gates await with whispered words. Silver tides from the farther rise, Nanna calls beneath pale skies. 30 dreams on a moonlit flame, a lapis wand and a secret name. Step by step through stars we roam, climbing lights to the Zonei's throne. Power calls from beyond the veil, but straight from the path and the soul will fail. Raise your seal and face the skies. Only the brave and the true may rise. Nebo waits in robes of lore, horn-crowned priest of ancient store. Science deep in the sand and scroll, 12 tongues speak what the stars foretold. Ink or leaf in solitude born, God is gate till the coming morn. Step by step through stars we roll, climbing lights to the Zonei's throne. Power calls from beyond the veil, but straight from the path and the soul will fail. Raise your seal and face the skies. Only the brave and the true may rise. White as lilies on battle's ground, and Nanna walks where hearts are bound. 15 flames in copper bright, love and war the same in night. Take a vow, be cast away, no other love shall find your way. Like dawn, Shamash appears, flamed as Kai and crown of seers. Son of tides and judge of right, he holds a scepter of holy light. On mountain tops his seal is made, where shadow flees and truth won't fade. Darkest blood on Mars' red shore, Nergal roars through the lion's door. Eightfold wrath his sword laid bare, in Kutha deep on moonless air. Forged in iron or ink in blood, but know his seal may call the flood. Golden helm on thunder's brow, Marduk comes with the sacred vow. 50 names and a blazing rod, he rose in war to become a god. Living stars in the sight so dark, a crown of bones in a temple dark. Saturn's gate is the gate of end, where time begins and forms unbound. Step by step through stars we roam, climbing lights to the Zonei's throne. Each gate forged in a sacred rite, each seal carved in astral night. Those who finish the ladder climb shall dance in fire beyond all time. Raise your seal and face the skies, only the brave and the true may rise. Eagle rises, the world turns round, 7 seals in silence bound. Speak not false in the God's own breath, call the Zonei to your death. To Nanna Nebo and Nanna bright, to Shamash and Ninib, deep in Saturn's shade. We climb, we burn, we are remade. Matrix. The Book of the Wall. To the 7 zones above the earth.
This is the gate, this is the zone, where stars above in silence moan. Earth's forgotten, ancient cries, carved beneath Chaldean skies. Guard thy body, call thy name, or wander lost in starless flame. Leave the watcher, sword in hand, to guard thy breath in silent land.
Walk the steps of light, climb the ladder bright. One by one through purging pain, through moon and blood and silent flame. Call to Anu, skyborn king, Enlil's wind and Enkai spring. 60, 50, 40's ring. Let the spheres begin to sing.
Temple pure, facing north, 4 lamps blaze and summon forth. Statues watch, incense rise, whispers coil and pierce the skies. No meat, no seed, no wine, no fire, only water and desire. 13 moons and starborn days, till the gate reveals its blaze.
I am Nanna, moon so pale. I am Nebo, guide the tale. I am Ishtar, queen of flame. I am Shamash, light the name. I am Nergal, bring the might. I am Marduk, slayer bright. I am Ninib, still the storm. Let the gate of power fall. Walk the steps of light, I climb the ladder bright. One by one through purchase, made to moonlit god inside a grave. Calls a river, skyborn king, endless wind and Enkai spring. 60, 50, 40's lane. Let the spheres begin to sing. Strike the sword, speak the name, open the gate, extinguish the flame.
In the country of the moon, remember, Nanna, father of the astral god, Bay, spirit of the moon, remember, Nanna, father of the astral gods, remember, in the name of the covenant sworn between thee and the race of men, I call to thee, hearken and remember. From the gates of the earth I call thee, from the 4 gates of the land, I pray to thee. O Lord, hero of the gods, who in heaven and upon the earth is exalted, Lord Nanna of the race of Anu, hear me. Lord Nanna calls it, hear me.
kings, progenitor of the land, giver of the gilded scepter. Hear me and remember, mighty Father, whose thought is beyond the comprehension of gods and men. Hear me and remember. Gates of the great gates of the spheres, open unto me. Master of the EGG, swing open thy gate. Master of the Anunnaki, open the gate to the stars. Ia namrasin, ia sin, ia nanna. Basta maganasta ia kia kampa. Magawafi ia nanna kampa. Mashuita nana sia kampa. Ia mar, ia gamar, ia sagastena kia. Ishtar Karelios. Spirit of the swift planet, remember. Nebo of the gods, remember. Nebo, father of the sacred writing, remember. In the name of the covenant swore between thee and the race of men, I call to thee. Hearken and remember. From the gate of the great god Nanna, I call to thee. By the name which I was given on the lunar sphere, I call to thee. Lord Nebo, who does not know of thy wisdom? Lord Nebo, who does not know of thy magic? Lord Nebo, what spirit on earth or in heavens is not conjured by thy mystic writing? Lord Nebo, what spirit on earth or in the heavens is not compelled by the magic of thy spells? Nebo Kurios, Lord of the Sorcerers, open the gate to the sphere of thy spirit. Nebo Kurios, master of the chemical science, open the gates of thy workings. Gate of the swift planets, Mercurios, open up to me. Ja, absolut. Ja, Angaku. Ja, Amdo.
Razas Siforneas Campa, Las Jacas Shintalas Campa, Nebos Atanatus Campa, Biagash, Biasash, Biaga Colomania, Shamakali. Invocation of the Ishtar. Spirit of Venus, remember. Ishtar, mistress of the gods, remember. Ishtar, queen of the land of the rising of the sun, remember. Lady of ladies, goddess of goddesses, Ishtar, queen of all people, remember. O bright rising torch of the heaven of the earth, remember. O destroyer of the hostile hordes, remember. Lioness, queen of the battle, hearken and remember. From the gate of the great god Nebo, hearken and remember. Leaping on harlots and soldiers, I call to thee. By the name which I was given on the Spiro, I call to thee. Lady Queen of Harlots and Nino, I call to thee. Lady Mistress of Battle and of Love, I pray thee. In the name of the covenant sworn between thee and the race of men, I call to thee. Hearken and remember. Suppressor of the mountains, supporter of arms, deity of men, goddess of women, where thou gazest, the dead live. Ishtar, queen of night, open thy gate to me. Ishtar, lady of the battle, open wide thy gates. Ishtar, sword of the people, open thy gate to me. Ishtari of the gift of love, open wide thy gates. Gate of the gentle planet, Libat, open unto me. Ia Kusha, Ia Inanna, Ia Erninia, Ashtapama Baksha Chakurenia, Rakni Lo Yaksi, Ishtari Kampa, Inanna Siyama Kampa, Pisama Kampa, Iya Ya Beira Suluki. Invocation of the Shamash gate. Spirit of the sun, remember Shamash. Lord of the fiery disc, remember. In the name of the covenant sworn between thee and race of men, I call to thee. Hearken and remember. From the gate of the beloved Ishtar, the sphere of Libat, I call to thee. Illuminator of darkness, destroyer of evil, lamp of wisdom, I call to thee. Shamash, bringer of light, I call to thee. Cthulhu is burned by thy might. Azathoth is fallen off his throne before thee. Ishtar is scorched black by rays. Spirit is scorched black I raise. Spirit of the burning disk, remember. Spirit of the never-ending light, remember. Spirit of the rending of the veils of the night, dispeller of darkness, remember. Remember. Spirit of the opening of the day, open wide thy gate. Spirit who rises between the mountains with splendor, open thy gate to me. By the name which I was given on the sphere of Ishtar, I ask thy gate to open. Gates of the sun, open to me. Gates of the golden scepter, open to me. Gates of the life, given power, open, open, untuya, dia, rusuluksi saktamanania, dia, atarachia, atarechiu, bartala katamania kampa, sitingiru tuya kampa, sitingiru shtuya kampa, sishta, zitaraku, zipelurduk, kampa, jashta kampa. Spirit of the Red Planet, remember. Nergal, God of War, remember. Nergal, vanquisher of enemies, commander of hosts, remember. Nergal, slayer of lions and of men, remember. In the name of the covenant sworn between thee and the race of men, I call to thee. Hearken and remember. From the great gate of the Lord Shamash, the sphere of the sun, I call to thee. Nergal. Nergal.
sacrifice of blood. Remember, Nergal, Lord of the offerings of battle, Ravager of the enemy's towns, Devourer of the flesh of man. Remember, Nergal, wielder of the mighty sword. Remember, Nergal, Lord of arms and armies. Remember! Spirit of the glow of the battlefield, open wide thy gate. Spirit of the entrance unto death, open thy gate to me. Spirit of the sailing lance, the thrusting sword, the flying rock, open the gate to thy sphere, to one who has no fear. Gate of the red planet, open! Gate of the god of war, swing wide! Gate of the god of victory, got in battle, open to me. Gate of the Lord of protection, open. Gate of the Lord of the arrow and the dagger, open. By the name which I was given on the spear of Shamash, I ask thee, open, open. Ia Nergal ya, ia zianga kanpa, ianga, ianga ya ya ya ya, enya, enya. Ia zindinjin here, inya kanpa, ia kantala makyatara, kanpa. Invocation of the Marduk gate, spirit of the great planet. Remember, Marduk got a victory over the dark angels. Remember, Marduk, Marduk, lord of all the lands. Remember, Marduk, son of Enkai, master of magicians. Remember, Marduk, vanquisher of the ancient ones. Remember, Marduk, who gives the stars their powers. Remember, Marduk, who assigns the wanderers their places. Remember, Lord of the worlds and of the spaces between. Remember, first among the astral gods, hearken and remember. In the name of the covenant sworn between thee and the race of men, I call to thee, hearken and remember. From the gate, remember. From the gates of the mighty Nergal, the spear of the red planet, I call to thee, hearken and remember. Marduk, Lord of the 50 powers, open thy gates to me. Marduk, God of 50 names, open thy gates to thy servant. By the name which I was given on the sphere of Nergal, I call to thee to open. Gate of the great God, open. Gate of the God of the double-headed axe, open. Open. Gate of the Lord of the world between the worlds, open. Open. Gate of the conqueror of the monsters from the sea, open. Gate of the golden city of
Sagala. Open a deck, agat, bravo. Ia Marduk, Babonesh, Imao, Ia Tuku, Supreme, Supreme, Supreme, Supreme, Okshaganda, Aksangabana, Chashagana, Babilu, Kuku. But the prey to cloud, Tana Babilu, Kuku.
Of the wander of the waste, remember. Spirit of the planet of time, remember. Spirit of the plane of the hunter, remember. Ninib, Lord of the dark ways, remember. Ninib, Lord of the secret passages, remember. Knower of the secrets of all things, remember. Knower of the secrets of all things, remember. Knower of the ways of the ancient, remember. Horned one of silence, remember. Watcher of the ways of the EGG, remember. Knower of the pathways of the dead, remember. In the name of the covenant sworn between thee and the race of men, I call to thee. Hearken and remember from the mighty gates of the Lord of Gods, Marduk, sphere of the great planet, I call to thee. Hearken and remember. Ninib, dark wandered of the forgotten lands, hearken and remember. Ninib. Master of the chase and the long journey, open thy gate to me. Gatekeeper of the Astro Gods, throw burn, Gate of the double horn, Delta Blood. Gate of the last city of the skies. Gates of the secret of all time. Open. Gates of the Lord of all sorcery. Open. Gates of the vanquisher of all evil spells. Hearken and open. By the name which I was given on the sphere of Marduk, master of magicians, I call thee to open. Ayadok, Ia Andara, Ia Sipato Palu, Balagu Beltirigu Bakakakampa, Belsi Exa, Attack Fat, Bazar Parodios, Sorcerers.
fans the sacred flame. Pass from Inky's whispered name. Banish, burn, and bind the dark. Mark the ground and strike the spark. Images, you raise your hand. By Watcher's oath and priestly stand. Chase, you raise your hand. By Watcher's oath and priestly stand. Speak the words without a shake, for trembling hearts the spirits take. Burn the shadows, bind the lies, cast them down beneath the skies. Ash to earth and flame to air, seal the curse with holy stare. 7 masks fall into night, Maklu burns with sacred light. Summon now the Watcher's gaze to walk the dark, unlighted maze. His deeds are written, bound by spell, to guard the gate and break the hell. Images may be burned to dust, buried deep as spirits must. Touch them not, O living man, or death will take thee by the hand. Are 7, cruel and wide, born from seas and shadows tide. From Magon's black and ancient throne, they tear the heart, and ancient throne, they tear the heart, they mock the known. Raise your arms to Shamash light, even in the scorpion night. Fear not the dark, where gods may sleep, their fire still burns in caverns deep. Burn the shadows, bind the lies, cast them down beneath the skies. Ash to earth and flame to air, seal the curse with holy stare. 7 masks fall into night, Maklu burns with sacred light. Speak not the words to ears profane, lest Ningishida curse thy name. 4 generations thou shalt bear the weight of fire and serpent's glare. Burn, O spirit, burn and flee. By Maklu's right we make thee free. And when the final ash is gone, peace returns with rising dawn.
Shamushi, Riffusion, Shishanim Duti, Isizanim Malanirabuti, Shemadamagi. Dinna, Dinda, Dinna, Alalatile, Dinda, Al-Salon, Mushikina, Sikun Shikina, Nimushiki, Asmasara, Ismasane, Iamasaratu.
I conjure thee by the fire of Gira, the veils of sunken Varlorni, and by the lights of Shamash. I call thee here before me, invisible shadow in beholdable form, to watch and protect this sacred circle. This holy gate of N, may he of the name unspeakable, the number unknowable, whom no man have seen at any time, whom no geometer measureth, whom no wizard have ever called here now. Rise up! By Anu I summon, rise up, by Enlil I summon thee. Rise up, by Enkai I summon thee. Cease to be the sleeper of Igura, cease to lie awakened beneath the mountains of Kura. Rise up from the pits of ancient Holocaust, rise up from the old abyss of Namaratu. Come by Anu, come name of the Covenant, come and rise up before me. Iamasaratu! Iamasaratu! Zikia Kamba! Bargolomolonethkia Ishtar. At this point, the Watcher will surely come and stand outside the gate or circle until such time as he's given the license to depart by striking of the priest's left hand on the hilt of the sword, while pronouncing the formula, Baramas Saratu. Bara. Thou mayst not depart that sacred precincts until the Watcher has been given this license, else he will devour thee. Such are the laws, and he care not what he watches, only that he obey the priest. Thus, the exorcism of Anu. I have put the starry crown of heaven, the potent disc of Anu on my head, a kindly spirit and a kindly watcher like the God that made me. May stand at my head always, till life get favor with the elder gods. Nergal, Allah, Macho, masculine still is king. No evil spirit, deep, no evil god, no evil fiend, no hag demon, no filth-eating demon, no hag demon, now of the night, no shell of the night, no fiend of the demon, no mistress of the demon, no evil spell, no enchantment, no sorcery, no evil in the world, on the world, or inside the world may seize me here.
The priest, in time of peril, shall put on the spotless white crown of Anu, with the eight-rayed seal, and stand in the prescribed manner, with the tablets of calling on his breast, and the copper dagger of Nanna in his right hand aloft.
For it is said, if a man builds a fire, does he no build it in a pit, that he might not be harmed thereby? Thus is it true of the Udagu we call, for they are like fire, and every caution must be used, lest they consume the magician and his entire generation. Thus the exorcism of Anu. I have put the starry crown of heaven, the potent disc of Anu on my head, that a kindly spirit and a kindly watcher, like the God that hath made me, may stand at my head always, till life meets a favor with the elder gods. Otaku! Alaku! Malaku! Maskinju! Dinjaku! No evil spirit, no evil demon, no evil god, no evil fiend, no hag demon, no filth-eating demon, no thieving demon, no thieving demon, no shadow of the night, no shell of the night, no mistress of the demon, no offspring of the demon. No evil spell, no enchantments, no sorcery, no evil in the world or under it, over the world or inside the world may seize me here. Ara Antemalda, Ara Anjegayene, Sidingir, Anakampa, Sidingir, Kiakampa, Gagamano.
are seven. They are seven. In the depths of the ocean, they are seven. In the shining heavens, they are seven. They proceed from the ocean depths. They proceed from the hidden retreat. They are neither male nor female. These which stretch themselves out like chains. They have no spouse, they beget not children. They are strangers to charity, they ignore prayers. They scoff at wishes. They are vermin that come forth from the mountains of Mashu, enemies of our master and king. They are the vengeance of the ancient ones, raising up difficulties, obtaining power through wickedness. The enemies, the 7 days. They are seven. They are seven. They are 7 times 7. Spirit of the sky, remember. Spirit of the earth, remember. Namtar barra, aşak barra, gidin barra. Al barra, kılal barra. Kil dalal barra, lili tu barra. Utu kulal edin anazul. Allahu el edin anazul. Mullahu el edin anazul. Dingel el edin anazul. Edin nasu, sul edin nasu. Yan yaka, zikaka ba, zikaka ba. exorcism Sie think here to be used against any kind of malefic.
Zidinger ningi ele kampa zidinger ningi eme kampa zidinger ennul eme kampa zidinger nindule kamplele kampa zidinger en kurpur ele kampa zidinger kurpur ene kampa zidinger randa shurma kampa zidinger da shurma kampa zidinger indula sak kampa zidinger indula sakta kan pasi dingerin utilla kan pasi dingerin in ukutilla kan pasi dingerin ne shirra kan pasi dingerin ne shirra kan pasi dingerin ama dingerin lilla ke kan pasi dingerin ama dingerin lilla ke kan pasi dinger siski kishma sakbada anida ennu balema Kampasi dinger babbal galde kud dinger ilri ene ke kampasi dinger ninni tukkani dinger anunna iya saknonga gattaga ne kampa
chanting the following exorcism.
Boil, burn, burn.
Who took Sulta Ardata? Who art thou? Whose son? Who art thou? Whose daughter? What sorcery, what spells has brought thee here? May Enki, the mass magician's Kruts, free me. May Ashari, the master of magicians, free me. May Ashanari Ludu, son of Enki, free me. May they bring to naught your vile sorceries. I chain you, I bind you. I deliver you to Kira, Lord of the flames who sears, burns. in chains of whom even mighty Cthulhu has fear. May Kira, the ever-burning one, give strength to my arms. May Nebo, the Lord of Fire, give power to my magic. Injustice, murder, freezing of the loins, rending of the bowels, devouring of the flesh, and madness in all ways hast thou persecuted me. Mad God of chaos, may Gira free me! As Ta'ar Data! As Thoth Ta'ar Data! Gia Marduk! Gia Marduk! Gia Azalosi! You have chosen me for a corpse. You have delivered me to the skull. You have sent phantoms to haunt me. You have vampires to haunt me. To the wandering ghosts of the wastes have you delivered me. To the phantoms of the fallen runes have you delivered me. To the phantoms of the fallen runes have you delivered me. To the deserts, the wastes, the forbidden lands. Open thy mouth in sorceries against me no more. I have handed thine image over near to Oval of Killer. Burn, mad fiend, boil, mad god. May the burning Kira untie thy knots. May the flames of Jibble untie your cord. May the law of the burning seize your throat. May the law of the burning avenge me. It is not I, but Marduk, son of Enki, masters in magic that commands thee. Kakamu, Kampa.
Recitation.
Give season each year is the age once. When the bear hangs horns from his tail with the destructive storms and evil winds, are they an evil blast? Herald of the painful storm, an evil blast, forerunner of the painful storm. They are mighty children, ancient ones, heralds of pestilence, throne bearers of Necronomicon. They are the flood which rushes through the land, 7 gods of the broad heaven, 7 gods of the broad earth. 7 ancient ones are they, 7 gods of might, 7 evil gods, 7 evil demons, 7 demons of oppression, 7 in heaven, 7 on earth, 7 on earth. Uturzuk, sul ala sul, kinimul la sul, sul gin la sul, maskin susiam na kampa, sikia kampa, sikia kampa, siking irella luga kurkurra ge kampa,
Sidingin nilalanin kurkurage kampa Sidingin nilalanin kurkurage kampa Sidingin ninibi bila esharage kampa Sidingin anuna dingir kogala ene kampa Sidingin anuna dingir kogala ene kampa Sidingir anuna kampa Sidingir kia kampa Baba bararara Anze malara Baba bararara Baba barara Sayın teke henere Seni teke Shamash, Shabia, Kashatia Ediciamos de Ishtar Kimatinu Futushonali Lichunu Lizubu Litatuku Epistashu Kiman Mechna Khiliqtu shunuli mutuma ana kulu blui shunuli nishuma ana kulu mi shunuli tishuma ana kulu otari tira mashaluti shakashapti sharuchi imush shubi arzi shufuyush zidin girgar kesheba khamba
To be recited 7 times in the circle of flower before the Jaeger Mass Zeratul. When it is found that the worshippers of Tiamat are raising powers against the Odaith neighborhood, or it may said,
when the great bear is suspended from his tail in the heavens, which is the time the baneful worshippers gather for their rites, and by which they mark their calendar, the mercy of Anu be upon thee.
exorcism against the possessing spirit.
This to be said when the body of possessed is distant, or when secrecy must be maintained, to be performed within my circle before the Watcher.
The wicked god, the wicked demon, the demon of the desert, the demon of the mountain, the demon of the sea, the demon of the marsh, the wicked genius, the enormous larvae, the wicked winds, the demon that seizeth the body, the demon that rendeth the body, spirit of the sky, remember, spirit of the earth, remember, the demon that seizeth man, the demon that seizeth man, the Jijum who worketh evil, the spawn of the wicked demon, spirit of the sky, remember, spirit of the earth, remember, he who forges images, he who casts spells, the evil angel, the evil eye, the evil mouth, the evil tongue, the evil lip, the most perfect sorcery, spirit of the sky, remember, remember, Ninkigal spouse of Minazu, may she cause him to turn his face toward the place where she is. May the wicked demons depart. May they seize one another. May they feed on one another's bones. Spirit of the sky, remember. Spirit of the earth, remember.
Conjuration of heaven and earth and all between against the possessing spirit, to be recited 7 times over the body of the possessed person, till the spirit issueth forth from his nose and mouth in the form of liquid and fire, like unto green oils.
Then the person shall be whole, and shall sacrifice to a Nanna at her temple. And this must not be omitted, lest the spirit return to what a Nanna has cast off. Sittinger Anna kampa, Sittinger Kia kampa, Sittinger Urki kampa, Sittinger Nebo kampa, Sittinger Ishtar kampa, Sittinger Marduk kampa, Sittinger Ninib kampa, Sittinger Gigi kampa, Sittinger Annunna Kia kampa, Sittinger Anella Lugal ko trampa, Sittinger Nella Ninkor Courage kampa, Sitingir Ninib ipila Schlangekraft Sitingir annuna dingir gargalainige kampa Kakamu Kakamu
They go move, you are gods of the night, to the Harliquin overnight, call me call in the evening at midnight, and in the morning, cause they've enchanted me. The sorcerer and the sorceress have bound me. My god and my goddess cry over me. With pain cause of illness, I stand upright, I cannot lie down, neither during the night, nor during the day.
The sorcerer and the sorcerers and sorcerers unbind me, my God, and we got blurred away. They have stuffed my mouth with cords, they have closed my rhythm down with momentous. They have made the water of my drink scarce. My joy is sorrow and my merriment is grief. Arise, great gods, hear my waiting. Obtain justice, take notice of my ways. I have an image of the sorcerer and the sorceress, of my enchanter and enchantress. May the three watches of the night dissolve their evil sorceries. May their mouths be waxed, their stem tongues honey. The word of hunger with they born away like honey. They weren't made for wailing like fountain. It broken, the word destroyed.
All their speech fills the deserts and the wastes according to the decree which the gods of the night have issued. It is finished.
Take a cord with 10 knots. As you recite each line of the incantation, untie one knot. When this is finished, throw the cord into the flames and give thanks to the gods.
Have you given over to the dead? Back, turn back. My images, have you seen with the dead? Turn back, turn back. My images, have you thrown to the side of the dead? Turn back. My images, have you thrown to the ground of the dead? Turn back. My images, have you buried in the coffin with the dead? Turn back. My images, have you given over to the destruction? My images, have you enclosed with walls? Turn back. My images, have you struck down on doorsteps? Turn back. My images, have you locked into the gate of wall? Turn back, turn back. My images, have you given over to the god of fire? Turn back.
vicinity with sweet water, using a pine cone or golden brush. An image of a fish may be at hand of the incantation,
sounds clearly every word, either whispered softly or shouted loudly. Isaiah, Isaiah, Riega, Biesha, Chileka, Chileka, Chileka, Chileka, Chileka. Tupira ataka, Isaiah, Uriga, Ega, Limuchiku nukimakute, Itilishami. Ina sumria, Gala sumria, Ata. Ina sumria, Riega, Ina sumria, Biesha. Ina sumria, Gala sumria, Ina sumria, Gala sumria, Ina sumria, Ina sumria, Ataka. Ina sumria, Tataka. Ina sumria, La ta ta ta da. Ina sumria, Tataka. Ina sumria, Ina sumria, La takara. Ina sumria, La tektirie. Ina sumria, La takaruba. La tasana. Ni Shamash kaptulu tamatununi, Shenki belkim rilu tamatununi, Yishmark mashmashilani lu tamatununi, Ishkishvar kamikunu. Ina sumria, Yutaparasama. Ina sumria, Ina sumria, Ina sumria.
Also of binding and convivo, so your arm may not see his spells get his out, worked out against, but melt away like honey or wax. These mountains are called Shadu, and are the hiding places of the serpents of Kher. A spell to curse ultimate destruction. Shadow you leak to Mushi. Shadow you leaks to Mushi.
Shadowluni Nikonoshi Shadowyoli Likakonoshiri Shadowyoli Nikonoshi Shadowyoli Nisikonoshi Shadowly Shadowly Katin Kunoshi Shadowyo Ani Kunulin Kutina Sumialu Yuta para sama.
This is the book of the ceremonies of calling, from the time when elder gods ruled enthralling. Conquerors bold of the ancient ones reign, their breath in the wind, their fire in the flame. This is the book of Nushed, a hornet serpent bright, lady of the wand in the shadow and the light. This is the book of Mashu, queen divine, mistress of incantations, keeper of the line. This is the book of XILQA, the king, Lord of magic, who makes the silence sing. This is the book of Azog, the enchanter's breath, and of Vegara, dark waters, the queen of death.
Raise the gates, but close it for dawn, lest chaos wake and the world be gone. Seal it in fire, insult in word, or be devoured by what once stirred.
This is the book of Fearic and Pyrrhic bold, demons of the wand and thunderbolts of old. This is the book of Isaru, the eye that sees, on the throne of silence, drifting through seas.
This is the book of Husham-Gal, a mighty beast, born of Huber, whose rages never ceased. This is the book of Endukaga and Nindukaga, abyss-born monsters of night and saga. This is the book of Namtar, high in spells, chief to Ereshkigal, where the shadow dwells. This is the book of the seven spheres, seven demons, seven seas. The gate, but close it for dawn, lest chaos wake and the world be gone. Seal it in fire, insult in word, or be devoured by what once stirred.
Know this, O priest of the fire and blade, that Enki the Lord forged a name in the shade. Sprinkle the waters from his sea, mark the circle, be pure, be free.
Let not the greed for honor deceive, the radiant wealth will cause you to grieve. The joy of Cthulhu, the throne of bone, lies deep where Ereshkigal rules alone.
Beware Tiamat, spawn shifters in skin, who worship the flame and the shadow within. Books of chaos, their tongues deceive, they rise with the mask and never grieve.
They burn with incense that should not rise, they rip the earth and darken skies. They call the name that makes hell pale, at which Ereshkigal herself will wail. Mamu Tiamat, serpent queen, whose wrath churns realms never seen. By fire and water, by sky and stone,
The priest shall stand but never alone.
raise the gates, but close it for dawn, lest chaos wake and the world be gone. Seal it in fire, insult in word, or be devoured by what once stirred.
Wear the sign, O servant true, the mark of the elder, the bond and the dew. With Enki's power etched on thy brow, Thou art like the goddess even now, the place of calling, mountain, sea, or hidden temple where none shall be. Offer pine and cedar's breath, circle in salt and speak to death. And when the stars shall lose their
the invocation of the four gates from the wall between the spheres. Invocation of the north gate.
Thee I invoke, silver hunter from the sacred city of Yar. Thee I call forth to guard this north place of the most holy mandal against the vicious warriors of flame from the principalities of Draw. Be thou most vigilant against the Ujuki of Tiamat, the oppressors of Ishnigarab, the throne of Azak, Thok. Draw thy bow before the fiends of Absu. Loose thy arrow at the hordes of dark angels that beset the beloved of Ara. On all sides and in all places, be watchful, Lord of the North ways. Remember us, King of a homeland, victor of every war, and conqueror over every adversary. See our lights and hear our heralds, and do not forsake us, Spirit of the North. Remember!
Invocation of the eastern gate.
Thee I invoke, mistress of the rising star, queen of magic of the mountains of Mashu. Thee I call forth this day to guard this most holy mandal against the seven ensnarers, the seven liars in wait, the evil mascom, the evil lords. Be a summon, Queen of the eastern ways, that thou mayest protect me from the eye of death and the evil rays of the Endukaga and Indukaga. Be watchful, Queen of the eastern ways, and remember, Spirit of the East, remember.
Vision of the Sovereign Gate.
Thee I invoke, angel guardian against the Urulu dread city of death, gate of no return. Do thou stand at my side in the names of the most mighty hosts of Marduk and the Lords the Elder. Raise the aura, do thou stand firm behind me. Against Pazuzu and Hamwa, the fiends of the southwest winds, do thou stand firm. Against the lords of the abominations, do thou stand firm. Be thou the eyes behind me, the sword behind me, the spear behind me, the armor behind me. Be watchful, Spirit of the southern ways, and remember, Spirit of the south, remember.
The invocation of the four gates.
Mercy, I invoke, Spirit of the land, Bandulu. Lendo, take us to say, in Anatato, Sidinger, Tintikikona, Dalako, Ujusu, Arda, Utu, Abalala. Uçurulda akalla, azakto akalla. Liya anuy menlin yanan gizaba.
Preliminary invocation of the operation of calling of the spirits of the dead who dwell in Kutha, of the lost.
watcher of the gate, remember, in the name of our Father and kind, before the flight, Lord and Master of magicians, open the gate that I may enter.
Lest I attack the walls, lest I leap over it by force. Open the gate, lest I cause the dead to rise and power the living. Open the gate, lest I give the dead power over the living. Open the gate, lest I make the dead to outnumber the living. Ningashida, spirit of the deep, watcher of the gate, open. May the dead rise and smell the incense.
And when the spirit of the uncalled appears, do not be frightened at his shape of condition, but say to him these words.
And he will put on a comely appearance, and will answer truthfully all the questions you shall put to him, which he has writ to answer. And it must be remembered that after the questions have been answered to satisfaction, the spirit is to be sent back to whence it came and not detained any longer. And no attempts must be made to free the spirit, for that is in violation of the covenant, and will bring upon thee and thy generations a most potent curse. Wherefore it is unlawful to move the bones of the dead, or to disinter the bones of the dead. And the spirit may be sent back by means of these words. And he will immediately disappear and return to his resting place if he does not go at once. Simply recite again those words, and he will do so.
The great conjuration of all the powers, spirit of the sky, remember. Spirit of the earth, remember. Spirits, lords of the earth, remember. Spirits, ladies of the earth, remember. Spirits, ladies of the air, remember. Spirits, lords of the air, remember. Spirits, ladies of the air, remember. Spirits, lords of the fire, remember. Spirits, ladies of the fire, remember. Spirits, lords of the water, remember. Spirits, ladies of the water, remember. Spirits, lords of the stars, remember. Spirits, ladies of the stars, remember. Spirits, lords of all hostilities, remember. Spirits, ladies of all hostility, remember. Spirits, lords of all peacefulness, remember. Spirits, lords of all peacefulness, remember. Spirits, lords of the shadows, remember. Spirits, ladies of the walls, remember. Spirits, lords of all peacefulness, remember. Spirits, ladies of all peacefulness, remember. Spirits, lords of the shadows, remember. Spirits, ladies of the shadows, remember. Spirits, lords of the light, remember. Spirits, ladies of the light, remember. Spirits, lords of the infernal regions. Spirits, ladies of the infernal regions. Spirits, lords of the lords, remember. Spirits, ladies of the lords, remember. Spirits, lords of sin, who maketh the ship cross the river, remember. Spirits, ladies of sin, who maketh the ship cross the skies, remember. Spirits, lords of Shamash, king of the elder ones, remember. Spirits, ladies of Shamash, ruler, queen of the elder ones, remember. Spirits, lords of Chishku, lord of the Anunnaki, remember. Spirits, ladies of the goddess Maklu, mother of Enki, remember. Spirits, lords of Nimasu, our father of the numerous waters, remember. Spirits, ladies of Ninua,
face of the earth. Spirits, ladies of the sea, Anna, queen of heaven. Spirits, lords and ladies of the fire, Shiva, ruler supreme of the earth. Spirits of the 7,000 realms of the world, of the 7 locks of the world. That was become wife of Nelta. Spirit getting Kuruku, daughter of the ocean. Remember, spirits, spirits of the sky, of the earth. Amano, here endeth the great conjuration.
The conjuration Oviadu and
Great mystical conjuration.
Aduenni paninib ninib Bafirik firik papirik pirik Agaba es agaba es aba es agabar Agabar ba aga es aba es agabar Agabar ba agaba es aba es agaba Pirik pirik bafirik firik benin nin nin Iba atas agaba es aba es agaba Akoraru eni ay ay ay ay. Bedim Baria, Erim Bariega, Baegurae, hey, hey, Diaria, Ekiat Saka, Ekiaza, Ekiasalu, Ekitutaluria, Bia, Bia, Bia. Kulbulia, Kulbulia, Baloyae, Eya, Eya, Eya, Ekia Shaka, Ekia Zabekia Salu, Ekitutalu, Ya, Lia, Lia, Lia. Sakona, Beke azai tu bokau, Beke tu kalulia, Ya, Ya, Ya, Ya.
In the time before all time, when the stars had yet to shine, when the moon was still unborn, and the sky had never formed, there was nothing, only night, only chaos, void and light. Ancient ones held throne and breath, masters of the dark and death. Marduk, Marduk, chosen flame, 15 names and mighty name. Weapon, sign, and power came to cast out Tiamat in flame. Oh! No tree, no grain, no plant did grow, no sun to rise, no wind to blow. The elders feared the sleeping dread, serpent in the mountain's bed. Korra rose with hiss and scream, Tiamat awoke from dream, but Marduk stood with fire bright to battle through eternal night. Marduk, Marduk, skyward flame, 15 names and sacred aim, signs engraved and rites proclaimed. He crushed the lords who had no name. Beware the day the bare hands grow, beware the gates, for through them go the hordes of deep, the sea, the stone, the gods who howl, the gods. Beware the day the bear hangs low, beware the gates, for through them go the hordes of deep, the sea, the stone, the gods who howl, the gods alone. God walks the veil, brings with him the ancient tale. King Guazat, who will arise with dragon breath and demon eyes. If the gates are left unsealed, then the doom shall be revealed. Call the priests to climb the light, stand within the northern night. Seal the signs in clay or scroll, like the resin speak the soul. For only then may names be sung, the power of the gods be sprung. Fire, Marduk, Marduk, light the way, 15 names that none betray. Sacred signs in right array, keep the ancient dark at bay. Marduk, Marduk, Lord of Flame, 15 powers, 15 names. Rise and watch, protect this gate. Let no shadow change our fate. The names are spoken, the power is summoned from the silence beyond the stars. The first name is Marduk, the word of his calling is Daga. He is the Lord of Lords, Master of Magicians. He speaks and the gate opens. He speaks and the gate opens. The second name is Marika, the word of his calling is Mashkasana. He is the Lord of the ether, the wandering God of the skies. The third name is Maratuku, the word of his calling is Bashakushu, Master of the arts of protection, God
the sacred flame. The fourth name is Barashakushu. The word of his calling is Tuka, worker of miracles. He whose power defeats the unknown. The fifth name is Lagodimarankia. The word of his calling is Banutukukutuku. He commands the wind demons and speaks the names of the banished. The sixth name is Naralagodimurania. The word of his calling is Kiresh. He is the Horned One of Power, Lord of the arming winds. Names 7 to 10. The seventh name is Asarulugu. The word of his calling is Embelulugal, seer of the boundaries, he whose eyes see what the priest cannot. The eighth name is Namtilaku. The word of his calling is Namru. He heals the body, restores the limbs, he brings the dead to speak again. The ninth name is Namru. The word of his calling is Gigshita. His fire burns pure, his light cannot be dimmed. The 10th name is Asaru. The word of his calling is Vega. The 11th name is Asarolid. The word of his calling is Tempada. He binds the powers of chaos. The chains of order are in his hands. The 12th name is Asaruna. The word of his calling is Kurundaru. His glory is the lightning, and his presence is terror. The 13th name is Tutu. The word of his calling is Inanna. He brings peace and joy into the house. The madness recedes before him. These are the first 13. Makes cards into the storms of heaven. Their words are seals. Their power is eternal. I have spoken them. May the gate remain open until the last name is named.
The strike of flint, a whisper becomes a roar. From the edge of the void emerges cleansing fire, holy rage. The flaming sword descends.
The fire name! The 14th name is Zekina. The word of his calling is Agaku. He is the sky-born flame, the bright one who purifies with light. The 15th name is Agaku. The word of his calling is Gishbar. He severs the unclean from the pure and sets aflame the path of the worthy. The 16th name is Gishbar. The word of his calling is Akaru. Bearer of the fiery wand, he who walks ahead with thunder. The 17th name is Akakaru. The word of his calling is Namtaru. He destroys disease and plague, burns it from the body and the land. The 18th name is Namtaru. The word of his calling is Yuchaku. He commands the spirits of air, binding ghosts in iron breath. Guardians immorts. The 19th name is Yuchaku. The word of his calling is Shidu. He stands at the threshold of dreams, warden of the night and winds. The 20th name is Shiru. The word of his calling is Ichu. He is the guardian at the gate, who lets none pass unweighed. The 21st name is Ichu. The word of his calling is Mashtrana. He teaches the stars and their ways. His speech is the language of constellations. The 22nd name is Mashkazana. The word of his calling is Sherpu. He knows the burnings of old, fire that teaches reaches and remembers. The 23rd name is Shurfu. The word of his calling is Aramhol. A weapon of the gods in battle, flame-tongued and never thirsty.
The wrathful purified.
The 24th name is Aramhol. The word of his calling is Jibo. He is the flaming sword, the bringer of cleansing fire. The 25th name is Jibbo. The word of his calling is Adu. He brings thunder with his steps, storm wielder, howler of winds. The 26th name is Adu. The word of his calling is Asharu. His justice is lightning, his mercy the silence after the storm. By fire are the demons banished, by name is the flame commanded, by voice is the seal maintained. A demon, Jibble walks with me. I name him, I call him. He answers with fire.
Iron thought and secret tongue, we summon the ones who hold the chains. Controllers of spirit and thought.
The 27th name is Asharu. The word of his calling is Namtu. He breathes life into forms and twists the pattern to his will. The 28th name is Namtilu. The word of his calling is Shasu. He reads the thoughts of the heart and lays bare the lies of men. The 29th name is Shazu. The word of his calling is Sisi. The eyes of sorcery, watcher through walls and spirits. The 30th name is Sisi. The word of his calling is Enter. He conjures that which cannot be seen, gathers ghosts to the palm of the hand, keepers of the threshold. The 31st name is in Mutter. The word of his calling is in Muru. He seals the gates of the south and wards the altar with stars. The 32nd name is in Nu. The word of his calling is Papshu, binder of wandering shades, shatterer of hauntings unbidden. The 33rd name is Papshu. The word of his calling is Enbilalu. He makes the prison in the astral and chains the jinn in coils of light. The 34th name is Enbilalu. The word of his calling is Nunurta. He is the master of armies unseen, who orders the hosts of night, the lords of sorcerous law. The 35th name is Nunurta. The word of his calling is Agindoka. He strikes down with silent law. His judgment is colder than steel. The 36th name is Agindoka. The word of his calling is Mumu. He is the pulse of sorcery, sets the rhythm of the right. Down are they who cross the line, named are they who dwell beyond. Obeyed is the one who seals the gate. Murmur spiral, a slow heartbeat fades out beneath echoing names. Nunurta walks with me. I name him, I call him. He answers
From storm to harvest, from field to ocean, I name the lords who steer the flow of time.
The 37th name is Enmalulu. The word of his calling is Apadun. He makes the rivers flow and commands the grain in the fields. The 38th name is Apadon. The word of his calling is Jibble. He ignites the sacred fire and warms the bones of the earth. The 39th name is Jibil. The word of his calling is Akaku. He holds the furnace of heaven and sets the alchemical path.
Masters of the deep and harvest,
the 40th name is Agaku. The word of his calling is Tishpak. He commands the fish and salt and parts the sea with his hand. The 41st name is Tishpak. The word of his calling is Ababa. He rules the warriors of water and brings storms to the trader's gate. Judges don't live in the world. The 42nd name is Ababa. The word of his calling is Shugurim. He stirs the blood of kings and never stones with whisper the love. Judges of the living world. The 43rd name is Sugarim. The word of his calling is Lugalerma. He measures the law in silence and speaks in the thunder of trees. The 44th name is Lugalerma. The word of his calling is Mishar. He is the guardian of valley and of balance. He weighs the good and the wicked on the scale. The field, the flood, the flame. Oh, Embaloo, irrigator of trees, rains from the spring with crowned reeds. Let a Gaku burn away the impure. Let Mishar judge me and find my soul and find my soul in law in line.
rises like a closeness. The final image.
The 45th name is Nishar. The word of his calling is Ningishira. He opens the gates of justice and holds the key of the scales. The 46th name is Ningishira. The word of his calling is Namru. He walks in the land of the dead and speaks to the ancients who remember. The 47th name is Namru. The word of his calling is Namtar. He binds the fate of the wicked and delivers it into shadow. The 48th name is Namtar. The word of his calling is Asharu. He writes the histories yet to come and seals the stars with his will. The 49th name is Ishnamtar. The word of his calling is Galdada. He hears the silent prayer and whispers it into being. The 50th name is Tamtu. The word of his calling is Marduk. He is the Lord of Lords, the Slayer of Chaos, the Binder of the Book.
The summoning of all power. I speak now of the 50 names. I call them each, from Enbalulu to Tamtu. Their seals are upon me.
Their voices in my blood. Who knows the deep places, whose word cannot be broken, whose law binds the other things beneath stone and water. I have spoken the names, I have drawn the seals, I have cast the circle, I am not afraid. The names are known, the words are given, the book is closed.
A sustained low drone, heartbeats fade, followed by a single resonant chime. One voice speaks.
So is it spoken, so is it sealed. In the name of Marduk, the 50 are one.
These verses are forbidden. Taken from the secret texts of the old faith, before Babylon, before time. Listen and remember. The verses here from priests unknown, of cults that watch the stars alone. The old faith crushed yet still survives. Before Babylon, they walked alive.
In a tongue lost, now turned to gold. For mortal ears, the truth retold. Between the gods was fire, beyond the reach of mortal pious. Essence, horror, blood, and clay, bound by sacred lines we say. The words are sacred, carved in bone, to guard the soul, to stand alone. I found the text in desert sand, where 7 cities once did stand. You're as fallen, myths decay, but this dark pact has not betrayed. The war between the gods was fire, beyond the reach of mortal pious. Essence, horror, blood, and clay, bound by sacred lines we say. The words are sacred, carved in bone, to guard the soul, to stand alone. Madness in the beast of man, written on the air on clay by hand. Do not speak it in the light, lest memory consume the night. Remember the past, remember the future. The memory is the same.
and shall not relent. Remember, remember, remember. This text is not for the uninitiated. It brings madness, madness in man and beast. Harliquin, and remember, in the name of Anu, remember, in the name of Enlil, remember, in the name of Enkai, remember. Before the sky, before the land, when the world was not yet named, only Abzu, only Tiamat. One sea, one wrath, one flame. Dead but dreaming, still they wait. Ancient lords beyond the gate. Call the names and seal your fate. Speak the words and lock the gate. Alamu, born of night, and Sharkisha bring the light. Anu rose with heavenly fire, and Enkai came from depths entire. The other gods rose high and wild, disturbed the mother, not her child. Tiamat silent in her gloom, but Apsu whispered secret doom. With spells and blade, the gods struck first. The ancient bond forever cursed. Apsu fell to arcane might, hidden in the hollow night. But Tiamat, enraged and vast, summoned monsters from the past. Dragons, vipers, lions spawn, madness given breath and brawn. Viper, dragon, scorpion, man, horsemen armed with no god's plan. Feathered serpents, demons scream, born of magic, born from dream. Then Enkai called his mighty son, Marduk, bright and burning one, child of word, a sword of flame, knower of the hidden name, the secret number, sacred shape, the power no god could escape. Disc of power in his hand, he rode with fire across the land. Dead but dreaming, still they wait. Time that sleeps behind the gate. Marduk rose with wrath innate, split the seas and carved the fates. Dawn rose, the sky grew black, claws like towers, fire at her back. She roared the words of ancient pain, but Marduk's arrow struck again, an evil wind into her throat. The final curse, the end she wrote. He split her form from head to tail, and silence fell upon the veil. From her body, heaven born, from her ribs the earth was torn. From Kingu's blood, mankind arose to guard the gates. The stars disclosed, the elder gods fixed in their flame to mark the watchers of the name. The key was hidden, locked away, till Marduk's light would see the day. Tiamat dead but dreaming, Kingu dead but dreaming, Apsu dead but dreaming, Cthulhu dead but dreaming. Celiacs out kept gods against, holding fast the dreams of fate. Beneath Namataru's wave lies the vengeance no prayer can save. Cthulhu sleeps beneath the storm, Kur lies bound in shifting form. Yet dreams they dream and stir they might. The silence screams against the night. We are the lost ones born of stars, raised in fire, marked by scars. We are the watchers of the bars. We sing of blood, we bear the wars. The sword must ring, the stone must crack. The blood be spilled, no turning back. Invoke not death, nor call the flame, lest you awaken the nameless name. But dreaming, still they wait.
From cold, from storm, from flood. Ancient ones, their blood is mine.
Born from the cold, from the storm, from the flood, brought forth by Anu in the first age of blood. They came with disease, with plague in their veins. Pazuzu roared loud in the shadow domains. Sons of the dark and of Ninkikel's breath, tearing the heavens, delivering death. Roaring above, gibbering below, with venom of God through creation they flow. They are the children, ancient, accursed. In walls they seep, through locks they burst. No home defends, no man can stay. When the seven rise and sweep all away, the owl flies forth from the court of death, messenger of Ujian poison breath. They pass like wind, like snake unseen, where fire once burned and hope has been. They drag the wife from the lover's hand, they banish man from home and land. They are pain that coils down the spine, the torment eternal, the cursed sign. They are the ghouls, seven are they, mountains of Mashu, call where they stay. From desolate caves to places between, where no God knows and none have seen. No name in heaven, no trace on earth. They ride the dusk, they birth the dearth. Outside all bounds they howl and wait, between the angles, crouched by fate. They fall like rain, they rise like breath. They bring to the heart the whisper of death. Idea through the mind, Namtar in the chest. Kijim in bowels that never find rest. They are Talo, grasping the hand, Uruku feeding our blood of the land. Your has not known, Nippur does not see, yet all have fallen to the seething three. They are seven, shapes without shape, in shadows they gather, no soul escapes. From east to west, their silence grows, no man can name them, no city knows. No rights are writ in forgotten stone, in lands between lands where none walk alone. From Kurnud's edge to the chaos gates, and Mumu Tiamat's breast, they wait. Bad by the altar flame at Giumuna, they call your name. Spirit of air, remember this song. Spirit of earth, you've waited too long. They are the children of the underworld. Than gods remember. We are not what they made us. We are what they feared. Was not man formed from King Yu's veins, commander of horrors, lost in the chains. Blood of the rebel, voice of the damned, born with the vengeance the gods could not stand. Seeds of revolt in the marrow in breath. The spirit of man is the herald of death. The blood of man, it burns, it cries, it carries the fire that never dies. This is the covenant, not written in stone, but screamed in flame. This is the covenant, where man remembers from whence he came. With the number, with the shape, he calls his blood. He breaks the gate, with the sign he strikes, with the sign he speaks. And the elder tremble when vengeance peaks. The elder gods hold high their sign, to chain the dark, to stop the line.
But man, the bridge, the key, the gate was born to summon and seal their fate. From blood corrupted, holy made, a blade of ruin the gods once laid. But we are more than what they sought, a curse remembered, a war long fought. Gate of Iaxakak shall open wide, by blood, by will, by man's hand. The ancient ones shall rise again, for what is new came from that which is old, and what is old shall replace that which is new. This is the covenant, a pact sealed deep within the core. This is the covenant, where gods fall and kings restore. With the number, with the name, he calls the fire, he claims the flame. With the sign, he breaks the chain and brings the storm, the wrath, the rain. Man is the key, man is the curse, man is the voice of the universe. Once again, the ancient ones shall rule the earth. And this is the covenant.
Queen of heaven, mistress of the gods, set her heart on the great below. Set her heart on the great silence, to the land of no return she turned her face. From the high heaven she came, to the dark earth she descended. To the gates of Akala she drew near. To the house of dust she came. Open the gate to me. If you do not open, I will shatter it. I will smash the lock and break the bolts. I will raise the dead to devour the living. I will fill the halls of the living with ghosts. Ishtar stands at the gate. Ishtar the fierce one. Ishtar the unstoppable. Let her come. Let her come through 7 gates. Strip her at each until she stands bare. For none may enter the great below with power in hand. Gate 1, they took her crown. What is this? Be silent, this is the way. Gate 2, they took her staff. What is this? Be silent, this is the way. Gate 3, they took her jewels. What is this? Be silent, this is the way. Gate 4, they took her breastplate. What is this? Be silent, this is the way. Gate 6, they took her bridle. What is this? Be silent, this is the way. Gate 7, they took her robe. What is this? Be silent, this is the way. Naked, proud, unarmed, she stood before her sister. The Reshkigul rose from her black throne. She fixed the eye of death upon her. She spoke the word that snaps the spine. She struck her sister Ishtar fell, Ishtar died. Hung on a hook like rotting meat, like silence nailed in the dark. The bulls stopped mounting the cows, the priests tore their robes. The temples gathered dust, the earth closed the womb, the wind withheld its scent, all new. Ishtar was gone. Ishtar was gone. The queen of heaven, the storm in the blood, the daughter of the moon, hung in silence, hung in the dark, beneath 7 gates in the house of dust.
Unto the darkly shining world. Where the Apsu lies in dark waters, where Cthulhu sleeps and dreams, twisted in black slumber. Stoop not down therefore, for an abyss lies beneath the world. Reach by a descending ladder that has 7 steps, 7 steps down. Reached by a descending pathway that has 7 gates, 7 gates locked in night, and therein is established the throne of an evil and fatal force. For from the cavities of the world leaps forth the evil demon, the evil god, the evil genius, the evil ensnarer, the evil phantom, the evil devil, the evil larvae. Showing no true signs unto mortal man. Showing no true signs unto mortal man. Showing no true signs unto mortal man. Showing no true signs unto mortal man. Showing no true signs unto mortal man. Showing no true signs unto mortal man. Showing no true signs unto mortal man. Showing no true signs unto mortal man. Showing no true signs unto mortal man. And the dead will rise and smell the answer.
gods. I am the Lord of Darkness and Master of Magicians. I am the power and the knowledge. I am before all things. I am before I'm the Miki Kiki. I am before I'm the Minunaki. I am before the seven Shurapaki. I am before all things. I am before Enki and Shamash. I am before all things. I am before Nanna and Ishtar. I am before Endukuga and Nindukuga. I am before Irishkiga. I am before all things. Before me was made nothing that was made. I am before all gods. I am before all days. I'm before all men and legends of men. I am the Ancient One, no man may seek my place. I receive the sun at night and the moon by day. I am the receiver of the sacrifice of the wanderers. The mountains of the west cover me. The mountains of magic cover me. I am the Ancient of Days. I am before Apsu. I am before Nanmaratu. I am before Anu. I am before Kia. I am before all things.
Terrible offspring of the Ancient Ones may be summoned by the priest. These offspring may be called and adjured to perform what tasks the priest may deem necessary in his temple. They were begotten before all ages, and dwelt in the blood of King Bu, and Marduk could not altogether shut them out, and they dwell in our country, and alongside our generations, though they may not be seen. And this was taught by the priests of Babylon, who charge that this formula may never be revealed to anyone who is not initiated into our ways, for to do so would be the most frightful error. Though they dwell beyond the gate, they may be summoned when Marduk is not watchful and sleeps on his days, when he has no power, when the great bear hangs from its tail, and on the four corners of the year computed therefrom, and on the spaces between these angles. On these days the mother Tiamat is restless, the corpse Cthulhu shakes beneath the earth, and our master Enkai is sore afraid, prepared in the bowl of Tiamat, the Dur of Indur, the lost bowl, the shattered bowl of the sages, summoning thereby the Fyric of Gid, and the lady Shakuguku, the queen of the cauldron. Recite the Conjuration, do and over it, and build the fire, the recalling evil in the dust after his manner, and
presence of Ninkarsa, queen of the demons, and Ninkasi the Horn. Queen and Kasi the Horn, and Queen is Heda, the queen of the magic wand, after their manner and form. And when thou hast accomplished this and made the proper sacrifice, thou mayest begin calling whichsoever of the offspring thou mayest. After opening the gates, do not open the gates, save for in a special time that thou stayest at the time of opening, and it may not stay open for a moment after the passage of the hour of Tiamat, else all the abyss break forth upon the earth, and the dead rise to be the living. For it is writ, I will cause the dead to rise and devour the living. I will give to the dead power over the living, that they may outnumber the living. After thou hast performed the necessary, called the spirit, appointed his task, set the time of the closing of the gate and the return of the spirit therein. Thou must not leave the place of calling, but remain there until the of the spirit and the closing of the gate.
Hamwawa of the south winds. Hamwawa of the south winds. Hamwawa of the south winds. Whose face is a mass of the entrail of animals and men. His breath is a stench of dung and has been. Hamwawa is the dark angel of all is excreted, and of all that sours. And as all things come to a time when they will decay, so also Hamwawa is the Lord of the future, of all that goes upon the earth. And any man's future years may be seen by gazing into the very face of this angel, taking care not to breathe the horrid perfume that is the odor of death. And if Hamwawa appears to the priest, will not the dread Pazuzu also be there? And plagues, grinning dark angel of the four wings, horn with rotting genitalia, from which he howled in pain through sharpened teeth over the lands of the cities, sacred to the Afkawa, even in the height of the sun, as in the height of the moon, even with whirling sand and wind, as with empty stillness. It is the able magician indeed that can remove Pazuzu once he has laid hold of a man. For Pazuzu lays hold unto death.
and Pazuzu are brothers. Hamwawa is the eldest, who rides upon a silent, whispering wind, and claims the throps for his own. By which sign you shall know that Pazuzu will come.
all the gods and spirits of abomination, there can be no use or gain to call upon Azag-Thoth, as he is surely mad. Rendered sightless in the battle, he is Lord of Chaos, and the priest can find little use for him. He is also too powerful to control once called, and gives violent struggle before sent back to the gate, for which only a strong and able magician may dare raise him. Of all the gods and spirits of abomination, Cthulhu only cannot be summoned, for he is the sleeping lord. The magician cannot hope to have any power over him, but he may be worshipped, and for him the proper sacrifices may be made, so that he will spare thee when he rises to the earth. And the times for the sacrifice are the same times as the sleeping of Marduk. For this is when great Cthulhu moves, and he is the very fire of the earth and power of all magic. When he joins with the abominations of the sky, Tiamat will once more rule the earth.
And there are 4 spirits of the spaces, and they come upon the wind, and they give the wind and the fire, and the first comes from the north, and is called Ishtar, and has a human shape. And he is the most ancient of the 4, and a great lord of the world. The second comes from the east, and is called Zed, and has the shape of a bull, but with a human face, and is very mighty. And the third comes from the south, and is called Lamas, and is of the shape of a lion, but with a human head, and governs those things of the flame and the burning wind. And the fourth comes from the west, and is called Natik, and is of the shape of an eagle, but with a human body, having only the face of an eagle, with an eagle's claws. And this eagle comes from the sea, and is a great mystery. And from Nusku upon Uru they come, and do not wait, and are always present, and they receive the wanderers in their seasons. And the season of Seth is that of the great night, when the bear is slain, and this is in the month of Iru. And the season of Namas is the month of Abu. That of Nautic in Arashama, and lastly that of Buster and Shibatu. Thus are the 4 spirits of the 4 spaces and their seasons, and they dwell between the
some spaces, and are not of them, but of the stars, and as it is said, of the very ancient themselves, although this is not altogether known. And to summon these and other demons, the Herbalophotis must be burnt in a new bowl. That must be the evil times. And at night, and the Akharu may be summoned, which sucketh the blood from a man, as it desires to become a fashioning of man, the blood of Kingu, but the Akharu will never become man. And the Akharu may be summoned if its sign be known, and it is thus. And the Lalasu may be called, which haunted the places of men, seeking also to become like men. Let's the priest become afflicted with madness, and they come unto a living Lalasu, which must needs be slain, and the spirit thereof exercise, for it is evil, cause it only tell, and no good can come of it. It is like the Lalatu, and of the same family as that, save the Lalatu was once living, and is caught between the worlds, seeking entrance into one or the other. And it must not be permitted entrance into this, for it is of a sickened constitution, and will slay mothers at birth like unto the Nushed, the queen of sickness and misery. And the signs by which things may be summoned are these, if the priest have need of them, but know that it is not lawful. And this is the seal of the Lalasu. And this is the seal of the Lalasu. And know that the minute of Enki is powerful against these, but against all operations of demonic character. In some of these may be rendered fruitless thereby, therefore it must always be hid.
Know that Jalal and Lilith are quick to come at calling, and invadeth the beds of man, robbing the water of life and the food of life in which to quicken the dead. But their labors are fruitless, for they do not have the formulae. But the priest has the formulae, and the food of life and the water of life may be brought to call many. For after the passage of 1/10 of a moon, the elements are dead. And Jalal invades the bed of a woman, and Lilith that of a man, and sometimes evil beings are born of these hauntings, and as such must be slain. For the children of Jalal are workers natural of the Ancient One, having his spirit, and the children of Lilith are likewise, but are born in secret places which may not be perceived by man. And it is not until the time of their maturity that such as these are given to walking in the places of men. And Jalal rideth upon the wind, but oftentimes Lilith cometh at the water, which is why running water must be leanness to the right. And the sign of Jal is thus, and the sign of Lilith is thus. And Zaster is a foul demoness who slays men in their sleep, and devours that which she will. And of her no more may be said, for it is unlawful. But know that the worshippers of Tiamat know that she is beloved of the Ancient Ones. This is her sign, by which you may know her. And know further that the legions of these evil ones are on you, will strut all sides and into all places, though they cannot be seen, except at certain times and to certain persons. And these times are as said before, and the persons unknown, for who can know Sasser? But the dead may be always summoned, and many times are willing to rise, but some are stubborn and desire to remain where they are and do not rise, save for the efforts of the priest, who has power as Ishtar, both in this place and in the other. And must be called in the four directions, and the four spaces, for not knowing where it is, the priest must needs take a special care that he call everywhere, for the spirit may be in flight. And the dead god may be also summoned, and the formulae is that which follows. It must be spoken clearly aloud, and not a word changed, else the spirit of the god may devour thee, as there is no food and no drink where they are. And it must be called in a secret place, without windows, or with windows only one place, and it should be in the northern wall of the place, and the only light shall be one lamp set on the altar. And the lamp need not be new nor the altar, for it is a rite of age and of the ancient ones, and they care not for newness. And the altar should be of a large rock set in the earth, and a sacrifice acceptable unto the nature of the god should be made. And at the time of the calling, the waters of Apsu will roil, and Kuntulu will stir. But unless it be his time, he will not rise.
Open my eyes that I may see. May Namtar open my ears that I may hear. May Namtar open my nose that I may sense his approach. May Namtar open my mouth that my voice will be heard to the far reaches of the earth. May Namtar stretch my right hand that I shall be strong to keep the dead under my power, under my very power. I conjure thee, O ancestor of the god, I summon thee, creature of dark, my words of dark. I summon thee, creature of hatred by the words of the hatred, creature of waste by the rites of the waste. I summon and call thee forth from thy abode in darkness. I evoke thee from thy resting place in the bowels of the earth. I summon thine eyes to behold the brightness of my wand, which is full of the fire of life. I conjure thee, O ancestor of the god, I summon thee, creature of dark, the works of darkness. I summon thee, creature of hatred by the works of hate. I summon thee, creature of the waste by the rites of the waste. By the four square pillars of earth that support the sky, may they stand fast against them that desire to harm me. I evoke thee from thy sting verdefrester.
except by thy father, the worst of all no age. I evoke thee from the bottomless journers. In your Banabaradia, I summon me, creature of darkness, a calling flow. The night falling cold, I freeze from thy place in the word. May the dead rise, may the dead rise.
They are lying down, the great old ones. The bolts are fallen and the fastenings are placed. The crowds are quiet and the people are quiet. The elder gods of the land, the elder goddesses of the land, Shamash.
Sin, Adad, Ishtar have gone to sleep in heaven. There are no deciding decisions. Veiled is the night. The temple and the most holy places are quiet and dark. The judge of truth, the father of the fatherless, Shamash has gone to his chamber. O ancient ones,
Gods of the night, Azabua, Yaksakak, Kutulu, Ninhisheda, O bright one, Kibble, O warrior, Ira, 7 stars of 7 powers, ever-shining star of the north. Sirius, Draconis, Capricornus, stand by and accept this sacrifice I offer. May it be acceptable to most ancient gods, Yamashmashti, Kakamu, Mamsela.
Spirit of the earth, remember. Spirit of the seas, remember. In the names of the most secret spirits of Marduk, the sea below the seas, and of Cthulhu, the serpent who sleepeth dead, from beyond the graves of the kings, from beyond the tomb wherein Nanna, daughter of the gods, gained entrance to the unholy slumbers of the she-fiend of Cthulhu in Shurupak. In Shurupak, I summon thee to my name. In Yua, I summon thee to my name. In Eridu, I summon thee to my name. In Kula, I summon thee to my name. Rise up, O powers, from the sea below all seas, from the grave beyond all graves, from the land of Til to Shin, Nebo, Ishtar, Shamash, Nergal, Marduk, Adar, house of the water of life, Palankidu. You hear me? Spirit of the seas, remember. Spirit of the graves, remember.
Day of living, rising sun, day of plenty, gracious one, day of perfect, grand delight, day of fortune, brilliant night, oh shining day, oh laughing day. Oh, day of life and love and luck.
Seven oldest, wisest ones, seven sacred, learned ones, be my guardians, polished swords, be my watchful, patient Lord.
Protect me from the Riffusion, oh shining splendorous Afkalu. What god have I offended? What goddess have I shamed? What evil have I summoned? That 100 wolves bear my name. May the heart of my god return to its place. May the goddess unknown be quieted toward me. The abyss does not protect me. The mountains do not protect me. The spheres have forsaken me. And the sign of Zack is failing. I cannot read the runes. I know not their meaning. The sign is failing. And the sign of Zaster rises behind me.
A gate has been broken. A gate has been broken.
No, the 7 spheres must be walked in order, one by one in of such the survey. Rise to the stars. When upper meets the lower, waters will be one, and the serpent shall awaken, and the stars will come undone. Remember the standing stones, remember the shrines of the Lilitu, remember the goat, remember the dragon, remember the cults of death. I have seen the blood strike stone, I have seen the serpent rise, I have seen the sleeping gods. Why do they sleep? Where is Marduk? Where is Shamash? My suffering is 7 times 7. 7. Call a scorpion.
Face the mountains, for the gate